Confused? Well, so were the Japanese when they heard these words over their radios. Little did they know that what I just said was delayed Japanese supply ships. You are listening to the Navajo Code, and it is what helped us win World War II. The Japanese knew the importance of codes in war, and before attacking America in 1941, they broke our codes and copied our code machines. As a result, they could listen to everything soldiers said to each other. And because they had the machines that made the codes, it would take America years to come up with new systems. Years that we didn't have since we were at war. A civil engineer from Los Angeles named Philip Johnston heard National Guard soldiers speaking in an Indian language. He remembered what he had learned of Navajo as a child of missionaries in Gallup, New Mexico. He suggested to Major Clayton B. Vogel that they consider using Navajo as a new code. At first, the military didn't believe him. In fact, some even laughed at him. The Japanese had already proven their ability to quickly learn new languages. However, Johnston was able to show the military that Navajo is a very complex language, unlike any other on the planet. People who study language can't just teach themselves. The Marines agreed to try it and recruited 30 Navajos who were put through normal military training, which they passed with ease. The Marines began making the training harder, and at one point sent the Navajos into the desert for several days of training with only one canteen of water. The Navajos not only did the training, but in the end, they still had their canteen full of water. The Marines have never known you could get water from the desert cacti, but the Navajos did. The first Navajos were sent into the South Pacific in 1942, and soon after, Japanese listening on their radios heard sounds they couldn't understand. They would never be able to use those radios again. Soon more Navajos were recruited. They came from all over their lands to join up. One Navajo, who was underweight by 3 pounds, drank 4 pounds of water right in front of the recruiters and tried again. Another overweight Navajo went outside and ran back and forth until he had lost the weight. Many of them lied about their ages to join. They all understood how important they and their language had become. As of 1945, 540 Navajos served as Marines, and around 400 of those were trained as code talkers. How important were the codes? Well, in 1943, America broke the Japanese code and lured an attack coming up against the island of Midway. America counterattacked, and on one day, the U.S. Navy sunk 4 of Japan's 6 aircraft carriers. The war would drag on for 3 more years, but the final outcome of the Japanese was sealed that day at Midway. The Navajos took part in every assault in the South Pacific from 1942 to 1945. After Iwo Jima, Major Howard Connor declared, "Were it not for the Navajos, we would have never taken Iwo Jima." Connor had 6 Navajos working around the clock in the first 2 days of the battle. Those 6 Navajos sent and received over 800 messages, all without a single mistake. Millions of men and women helped win World War II. Everyone did their part, no matter how big or small, or what special skill they had to contribute. Some people from right here in Arizona did their part by just speaking their native language. It may seem like a very simple thing, but without the Navajo code talkers, many more Americans would have died, and we would have had a much harder time winning the war. So in closing, I would like to leave you with a few words the Navajo code talkers would proudly speak, the second verse of the Marine Corps hymn. From northern lands to southern tropic scenes, we are known to be tireless United States Marines. Hakaz dine e he ha oto ta okek ashen du nai da nai olye Washington biakek koth.